Now we have the Oakland Raiders under new head coach Bobby Petrino. As you can see, they have their X Factor first overall pick, Matt Ryan, at quarterback in his third season. Ryan has struggled. He's highly overall, but arguably you could say that he is not having the best start to his career because Oakland just has a hard time winning. They do have Sean Green, who was up almost for Rookie of the Year 3 years ago. Sean Green has been a very good addition for them. Drafted the same year, 2008, with Matt Ryan. He was drafted the following year, 2009, last year. So yeah, Matt Ryan was 2008, number one overall pick. Sean Green was a second-round pick, 15th overall. This past season, they had the 7th overall pick. They did sign Travis Henry and I forget Colby Smith, I believe. So they have some veteran running backs there with Henry. Then for wide receiver, they have always had good success with James Hardy. He was drafted 2008 with Matt Ryan. That was maybe where I had the confusion. Yeah, so Matt Ryan and Hardy were the first and second round picks of the 2008 draft. Hardy is a number one target for Matt Ryan. As you can see, Hardy, who was a normal dev, is now star dev because of that reliable target he was. Bobby Petrino traded to the Jets for Chad Ochocinco, who is wearing number 84, ironically. They signed Donald Driver, so they have some two older veteran receivers, but they also have Dwayne Jarrett, I believe Mike Thomas. Yep, Mike Thomas. And then they do have Price, who was a rookie in this year's draft, third round. Unlikely to see him be that successful, but we'll see. Then left tackle Donald Penn, draft pick a while ago. He was a real-life pick to the Raiders, and I allowed him to go there since it just made sense, allowing that later round pick. He was a 2006 6th-round pick, and he's turned into the superstar that we all expected him to be. There's also Eric Wood in left guard, Darren College. I believe they signed him. He was a guard. Now he moved to center. Willie Anderson was the right tackle. But I drafted Brian Beluga in the second round, 7th overall pick in this year's draft. So I figured I'd give Beluga the right tackle and then just shift Willie Anderson, who probably will be retiring anytime now. For all I know, he might retire this year. They also have Vernon Davis, who was a very exciting pick. He was the second number 2 overall pick in the 2006 NFL draft. So a very high position to draft Vernon Davis. At the time, they were kind of okay at wide receiver, which is why I didn't go with Calvin Johnson or one of them. I thought Vernon Davis, not Calvin Johnson wasn't up there then. I'm so sorry. That would have been the San Antonio Holmes year. But that was the Matt Leinart, Vince Young, AJ Hawk, things like that. But I figured Vernon Davis was going to give them that extra level of talent in the passing game. And he's done fairly well for them. He has battled some injuries, but I expect because of Hardy, Ochocinco, and Driver, that might free up some passing lanes for Vernon Davis with Matt Ryan this upcoming year. Then on defense, we see Moby Okoye and John McCargo. McCargo was the 2006 second-round pick, and Okoye was a 6th overall pick in 2007. And he's starting to develop very nicely, 81 overall. You see Michael Bennett, a superstar right end. He's 75 overall. He was a later pick. He was the 4th round, 15th overall pick in 2009, so last year. And you can see he is becoming the solid player we expect. There is Eric Walden on the left side. He used to be their starter. They also had Chris Kelsey. As you can see, they signed Simeon Rice, the veteran pass rusher, who's hopefully to contribute there as a 77 overall. One of the better talents, but he is older. We'll see if that age becomes a factor this year if he declines too much. As for cornerbacks, they did draft Asante Samuel in the 4th round of 2003. He has slowly progressed, but got to that 81 overall currently. We'll see how many more years he's got in the tank, but they did draft Joe Hayden, which was probably too good of a pick for Oakland, but here they are making that pick. Hayden's going to be great for them, probably going to be superstar dev, maybe a borderline X factor. We see they also have Williams, Buchanan, and Moten. We'll see. That's kind of more of an intact position that they have. We see DBs in the safeties as Reggie Nelson and Daniel Bullocks. Bullocks could be definitely upgraded at some point. There's not really much of a loyalty I have for him there. I'm trying to remember how long ago I've had him in that position. He might have even been signed this past season. But they also have linebacker, one of their all-stars is Brian Cushing, another really good pick for them. Pick first round last year, 2009, 15th overall. Then there's also Babin. And so Jason Babin was their first round, 22nd overall pick in 2004. He's wearing number 1, so I allowed it. He was on track for Rookie of the Year in 2004. He has regressed since, but he's still been a solid linebacker, iconic player for Oakland. I would probably put him into the category of a fan favorite. Then we also have, I think it's Bo Rude and Philip Wheeler, 2 players on that right outside, and of course Leon Williams, who's kind of been around the league, filling in that backup spot. As for their special teamers, they probably have the best duo, punter Shane Leckler and kicker Steven Gostkowski, probably one of the best kickers in the league. So there you go, the Oakland Raiders. Let me know what you think of Oakland. Right now, they've kind of been the little brother in the Eli Manning Chiefs, Aaron Rodgers Chargers, and then Derek Anderson's Broncos. I mean, actually, the Broncos were the only team from the AFC West to make a Super Bowl in the past few years. Chiefs have been to some of the AFC Championship games. Chargers have been number 1 in the league for the past 2-3 seasons with Rodgers, and Oakland is trying to get their due. But let me know what you think of this team. Thanks for watching.